Hey, how's everybody doing? What's going on? SportEntertainmentMedia.com. Getting ready for tonight's show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sure is going to start at 11. Oh, shit. Hello?
Hey Felix, what's up, man? Hey, it says your mic's muted. I don't know if you got it intentionally muted. Your camera's actually really good, man.
Hello?
I said your camera's actually really good.
Thanks.
Why are we echoing like a motherfucker?
Uh,
Yeah, I'm here. Are you watching it? Is that what's going on?
I'm on my phone through it, so I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, you're hearing
Hello?
things twice, man.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, but you're hearing things twice. You're hearing it
That's
when it
fine.
comes back into the second production. Yes, I hear you. You're gonna hear me say it twice.
Only hear it once.
It's gonna confuse you for a second. You'll figure it out here in a second. Well, that's good. It's really. You hear me? Do you hear me talking right now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's so confusing.
This is a test.
Yeah. God knows I'm glad we started early because this is fucking confusing as fuck.
That's not good. That's confusing.
You're only hearing half of it. It's so funny. Like I'm having a.
When were you starting?
You don't hear all that echoing?
In the background at some point? No, not really.
Why is everything playing twice like that?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I just figured it out. I think I just killed it actually. I had the.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just got it. No echo. I had the live stream broadcasting.
So when are you starting this already?
What?
When are you starting this?
11.
11? You didn't tell me that.
I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
What the fuck? Surprise, 11.
We're actually probably gonna go on earlier than that if we
We're
can.
actually going at midnight. We're actually going at 1 a.m. We're actually going at 3 in the morning.
The news don't start till midnight. That's when the government's either going to be shut down. I mean, they might reach a deal, but it's likely they're not going to because Trump really wants to shut the government down. And for our sake, it's better if they don't make a deal. Good morning. It's 9. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. Shay just woke up. It's 10 o'clock at night. Donald Trump just tweeted, "Our great country has border security."
Does that mean it passed?
No, that means he's trying to scare people. Fear mongering. Typical Donald Trump, other words. If you don't do what I want, doom and gloom. Alright, I guess I can try to invite myself again. Duh. I really want to be able to use my phone and put Shay in the room, so it looks like we're in different wrestling times. But I'm not getting any notifications on my phone. You were in the call. How did it come up for you when you got it on your phone?
It was like, I don't know, I got some notification.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is so fucking annoying.
You see the video I sent you the other day?
No, I haven't.
You didn't look at it, or
I seen the link, man. Like I said, I've been doing this pretty hardcore. Hey, alright, I'm gonna mute my mic so I can talk about a password.
alright, I'm gonna get off the phone.
No, man, no, don't go nowhere. I'm just trying to get me in here. I'm here, man. It's just. I had it muted because I was doing private stuff. Okay, I'm about to say the password. I'm gonna have to mute again.
You can cancel the thing. There's some breaking news. You hearing me?
What are you saying? There's a deal?
U.S. Senate adjourns without approving spending bill, ensuring government shutdown.
That's
After moving forward
that's
to
better, dude.
consider, huh?
That's better. That means it's gonna get searched more. That's okay.
After
Give me
moving forward to
give me the
consider the
password.
House approved.
Give me the password. Say it again. I
After
got sidetracked by Felix. I need the password. God damn, everybody's so tense. The password? You don't know your password? Or
partial government shutdown begins at midnight. At midnight Eastern Time on Saturday, the congressionally approved funding for about a quarter of the U.S. government functions runs out, leaving approximately 800,000 federal workers in a lurch on the weekend before the Christmas holiday. The House of Representatives adjourned at 7 p.m. local time on Friday and is also scheduled to reconvene on Saturday.
You see me over there? Oh, that's gonna cause some echoing.
That doesn't sound good.
Can you
Hmm?
do you hear me talking right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I muted my computer for a second so it won't echo back.
That's why
See?
I was echoing.
Yeah, because I'm in the room on two feeds. Because I'm gonna use this one. Shay's gonna use the one in front of the computer. I'm gonna go outside. Um, I'm gonna need you to pull up the when the live feed goes live. I'm gonna or just look at the headlines.
Headlines for what?
Not right now. When the show's on, like the big headlines. All right, what is fucking Vince's number? Do not call it. That's for sure. Vince. Damn it. I'm dying. What the fuck? 7, 4, 8, 3. What the hell did you just send me? Uh, without approval spinning. Yeah, I heard you saying that. That's a good way to say something that you don't want to be said, though.
What?
Just to message me like you did. Jesus Christ. This is. Hey, when we start, maybe you can start by reading that spending thing you were just reading, all right?
Start what?
When we start, you can read what you were reading to me earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up with him. Because I'm not gonna call him from my phone because I'm scared it'll fucking fuck up the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There he is. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, this is Kent. I'm calling from Shay's number. Because last time I left the hangout, I couldn't come back in, so I'm definitely not going to do that again. I have to use Shay's account to come into the. Are you there? So I couldn't. Um, is everything good? Are you going to be able to do this? I'm thinking we should go on live. Go ahead and go on live because they've already pretty much said they're not going to do a deal tonight. I know, but I mean, they said that there's no deal tonight, so. I'm not going to entertain that. Put your shirt on. We're going to go ahead and go online.
No shirt on.
Oh. Are you there, Felix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fix my hair up for the show. Hold on one second, Felix. Okay, that's. I don't know if Vince is gonna figure it out or what's up with that. Here, hand. So you're gonna sit here and you're just gonna talk to me like we're on a regular phone, like we're on a video call, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Shay right now. You're gonna talk to me like we're on a regular video call. You're gonna sit there. I'm gonna go outside, and that'll be like a regular video call. Occasionally, I'm probably gonna come in and look at the screen, so I can see how it looks on the screen.
Okay.
You go ahead and sit there, and don't let Epic be crazy. Actually, who cares if Epic's crazy?
No.
As long as she ain't working. She's in here. She won't be working at any time. Or every fucking thing they have fun. Color.
Abby, come here. Come here, Abby. Come here, girl. Come here. Come.
Yeah, Epic can be your co-partner. Let's get this light on up here so we got better light.
Oh no, not the light. I'm a vampire.
I believe it.
Come on.
We got the
Yeah, fun.
Where's Mom?
We only go out at night.
Yeah. Fucking belt. Hold on, Felix. Shay, do you have any idea where my belt is?
No.
Fuck, I don't have it. Fucking hell.
She was looking hard.
Yeah. Epic's so damn old, she don't even know what's going on. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this stream looking at Shay. Beautiful Shay. I'm gonna take this one out so it don't echo. You're gonna be down the hall, Felix, for a second. Damn. Is there really not an option to add my flash? There we go. I just gotta figure out how to turn my camera around. Does not work. Okay.
Oh, it's still echoing. Yeah, I think it echoed.
I didn't think it echoed, but I guess it still heard itself. Set you outside.
Don't growl, Epic. Shut up. Hey, let me get that. I should have get this in the shot. Epic, stop your growl.
Nope.
Epic, it was me. What the hell's wrong with you?
Dumb. Stop.
What are you doing now? Well, you actually have to be indoor. Okay,
Shut it.
let's go to the. Felix, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Felix,
Yeah.
Beat your ass if you don't shut up.
is there a reason why I can't hear him? Felix, are you there?
Yes.
Felix, are you there?
Ow.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on, I had it muted. My bad.
Oh, man.
Are you there,
Okay.
Felix?
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm sorry about that. You see me right in this shot? Actually, you'll be looking at Shay in this shot.
Shut up.
Okay?
Yeah.
You should wear an anonymous mask if you got one. That would be cool as fuck.
I'm not putting the camera on.
Okay. I have some up there if you've seen them already. Okay, shut up, Epic.
I'm going to beat your daughter's ass in about 2.5 seconds.
Okay, let's get ready for the big stream.
Shut up.
I'm gonna just minimize this one. Check how awesome that looks. Okay. Hit the broadcast button. Actually, gotta maybe click this first. See, that's hearing itself. Shut up.
I'm not gonna look at it if you're yelling at a dog the whole time.
I'm not gonna be yelling at the dog. She might in her shot.
I'm like,
Please don't yell at her. It makes us look like we don't like animals.
Right?
start growling. I'm not going to yell at her.
That echoing sucks, doesn't it?
If we didn't like animals, why would we have them?
A lot of people. Okay, let's say what we got here. I want to get that off the screen. Where's the. Actually, Shay, you might not be a part of the live show. Might give you a different job.
Yeah, I'm
No, it's not the job, but it's kind of something where you're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna make this full screen. Should be able to mute this to keep it from echoing. Yep. I'm gonna put it there.
How was that?
Unless it was someone texting my other phone. That's what it sounded like, didn't it? Shut up, Epic.
just shut up, chill.
Okay, that's what we need to do.
Why don't you go back to sleep?
She needs to go back to sleep.
Did you walk her?
Yes, sir. You don't want to fucking stop growling. Alright, so you see this right here?
What?
There's two little buttons right. One here. It does that, see? And one here. You see what I'm doing? It's just like this, ready? You see it? Look, baby. You ain't gonna be able to feel the difference. Right? How about if,
I'll be back in a little bit.
hold on. We're about to do it. Everybody's gonna bail on me, so I'm going to do it by myself. I got a feeling.
You're not doing until 11, you said.
No, I decided I was gonna go on early because I guess I can just come in here. It'll feedback if I come in here to. Actually, let me just check and see if I can stand in here. I can do it myself if I can come in.
I said that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you hear me. Shay, do you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me? Could you hear me?
I'll be back.
Yeah.
You could hear me? Was it echoing before that? When I was down there? Hold on. Okay. Do you hear me, Shay?
Yes.
Okay, Felix, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Are we getting an echo on any? Does anybody hear an echo?
No.
No one hears an echo, right?
Not really.
Okay. I can't kill the fucking audio on the. I can't. Shay can't be a part of the show because I can't kill the fucking audio on the stream, or no audio.
Do
No audio will be coming through the stream if I do that.
you have a better mic?
No. It's not. It's a production, dude. I'm just talking about production situation. If I kill the audio, I got to play that audio, or there's a. All right, I have the plan. Yeah, I have to have that audio on here. I think I'm going to use this camera. I think I'm going to put you in the car. I'm serious.
Why?
Because it's just the only way I can make it work. So I can sit in front of this camera, and you can set that one in the car. We can't be on top of each other because it'll echo. It's only for the fucking show. Life. Come on.
I don't want to.
Come on.
No, Bobby. Shit.
Please. It's the only way this can work. I'm giving you. Lord, come on. Please. I've been working on this since 4 o'clock. Come on.
Why not? Part of this, I don't have anything to say.
No, that's not. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you. There's always
I don't want to go.
there's always somebody on the panel.
No. What the fuck?
Baby, come on.
Killing me. Sometimes.
What? I do. I really do. I do. Hey, you may bring the so we
Yes.
can warm the car up. That gives us light too. You want to hold it? Or... Can you see her? Can you see her?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll bring you the. And just say it on the stream if you want like a drink or something. That'll be even more fun.
Drink.
All right.
I need the key.
I'm bringing the keys. Do you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see me?
Yes.
How did that even happen? And now we're gonna do the program. The program's up. So I'm gonna start the broadcast. Make sure we don't. I actually think I can kill some of this echo. Does everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Does everybody hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Everything's good?
Something broken, but yeah. I don't know if it's Shay or if it's you.
All right, let's go with right there. I'm gonna refresh this so we get the latest thing. Okay, let me bring you the keys, Shay. Remind me to refresh it right before we go live. Is that what you said? Don't keep this on the whole time. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that because it'll be too loud on the mic. Just keep it at 2.
Okay.
Come on, Apple. Okay. Where's my? Okay, so. There I am. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Felix, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm about to go use the bathroom and then we'll give it a shot. Let me look how it looks over here. Why is locked on Felix's image? There we go. What is wrong with this? I don't know why it's some kind of setting I have it on. Or because Felix is making more noise. I thought I was supposed to go settings. There we go. Report additional playtest sound. I don't know why it's stuck on his image. There we go.
Mm.
But how do I can manually jump it from one screen to the other. But I wanted to do it by just whoever's talking.
Okay, have that option.
Yeah, I got it on this stupid setting. I don't know how to take it off. Present to everyone. How do you do present to everyone? Hey, do you see me on the screen, Shay?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the big screen.
Yes.
see what the video screen has. It's just got Felix locked in the middle of the screen. Fucking shit really likes Felix. Let's try one more time. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Refresh it one more time. See how that looks. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta unmute this phone. Refresh this. Everybody there? Hey, where's them earphones? I can wear earphones. That way it won't echo. They're over here on the bed. Oh, Jesus, this is way too much.
No.
Okay, here we go.
They're more loud. I can't hear him now. Alright. I don't know, man. We can't hear you. You're not saying anything. You're silent. Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you talking.
Oh my god.
Does he know that we can't hear him?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's listening to his mouth. I think he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
What are you doing?
I think he's agreeing with me. Yeah,
We can't hear you.
I think he knows that.
Oh man.
Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Oh man. I'm gonna take a little break. Yeah.
Oh man.
Back to the drawing board.
Back. Unplug the headphones.
Hello.
Hello.
You hear me as soon as I unplug the headphones?
Yeah.
I think you have to change something in your preferences on your computer or something, so it knows that you're using your headphones, but you're still using your mic. So I think you have to change something in the settings on your computer.
Make sure your headphones weren't plugged into the microphone jack.
It might also be a hardware thing, in the computer. It might think that he's doing something else with his audio, and it might not be picking up his audio.
It's because these headphones have a microphone in them.
Yeah, but you can adjust which mic you're using through your settings on your computer.
All the headphones have a microphone on them.
Right.
How do you do that, Felix? Do you know?
Well, you're using a
Oh.
PC, so I don't know what the fuck how to do it. There's something in your settings. I think it's my preferences or something like that, or just setup or control panel, something like that. And it shows you what microphone you're using or what, you'll be able to see that in the settings. I don't know. Seems like everybody already did their coverage on this. Friday evening, the U.S. House of Representatives adjourned without Congress having approved funding for the federal government to continue functioning, meaning that at midnight, federal agencies will begin to shut down.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me.
Yes.
Now we could. With the federal government shut down, government employees will face furloughs and delayed payments for work as the bureaucracy slowly grinds to a halt. The basic functions of government, such as air traffic controllers, the Secret Service, diplomats, and the Post Service, but non-essential functions such as Internal Revenue Service, national libraries, forests and parks, the space agency NASA, would heavily furlough their workforces. About 420,000 federal workers would continue to work, with delayed pay getting their checks whenever Congress does reauthorize funding, but another 380,000 would be furloughed, meaning that they'd be given time off without pay, ABC noted. Spending bills authorizing the continued funding of the Department of Defense, Labor, Education, and Health and Human Services have already been signed, so those areas are unaffected. Lawmakers have already also cleared bills funding the legislative branch, military construction, Veterans Affairs, and Energy and Water Development, ABC noted. The impending shutdown was the focus of deep-seated battle between U.S. President
Does anyone hear
Donald Trump
me?
and
Does
congressional Democrats
Do you hear
over the
Felix?
issue of funding his pet project, the border wall with Mexico.
Is Felix echoing for you?
No.
Okay, so I'm the only one that has to listen to this craziness.
No funding bill without a deal for money for $5.7 billion in WALT funding.
Do you hear us talking?
Yeah. I'm just talking over you guys.
Okay, I'm ready to go on the air when somebody's ready.
I've been ready.
Okay, because I thought you couldn't hear me.
Well, when you were wearing that headphone or mic, we couldn't earlier.
Do you hear? Everybody hears me clearly, right?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to just ignore the echoing.
Good luck with that and trying to understand us.
Here we go. You ready? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
First this. I hope this turns out good. That's all I can say. Broadcast. Hey Shay, try not to make as much noise as you're making. Try to hold your camera still, okay?
Not moving.
Oh, whoever was doing that noise. Here we go. We're about to go to live. You'll hear me introduce ourselves, and then when I get done introducing myself, Felix, you introduce yourself and then start talking about the headlines. All right? We're going live. I'm hitting the We're about to start broadcasting. I'm going to hit the button right now. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Kent Jones. This is Full Entertainment Media, and this is the night of the shutdown. And I hear the shutdown is going to actually shut down. I think Felix has some information on that as well.
Hey, this is Felix the Cat, and I'm reporting from Sputnik. I'm getting this report from Sputnik.com. U.S. House lawmakers leave Capitol, guaranteeing partial government shutdown. Friday evening, the U.S. House of Representatives adjourned without Congress having approved funding for the federal government to continue functioning, meaning that at midnight, federal agencies will begin to shut down. With the federal government shut down, government employees will face furloughs and delayed payments for work as the bureaucracy slowly grinds to a halt. The basic functions of government, such as air traffic controllers, the Secret Service, diplomats, and the Post Service, but non essential functions, such as the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, national libraries, forests and parks, and the space agency NASA, would heavily furlough their workforces. About 420,000 federal workers would continue to work with delayed pay, getting their checks whenever Congress does reauthorize funding, but another 380,000 would be furloughed, meaning that they'd be given time off without pay, ABC noted. Spending bills authorizing the continued funding of the Departments of Defense, Labor, Education and Health, and Human Services have already been signed, so those areas are unaffected. Lawmakers have also cleared bills funding the legislative branch, military, construction, veterans affairs, and energy and water development, ABC noted. The impending shutdown was the focus of a deep-seated battle between U.S. President Donald Trump and congressional Democrats over the issue of funding his pet project, the border wall with Mexico. Trump made clear he would okay no funding bill without a deal for money for $5.7 billion in wall funding. A House bill on Thursday actually did provide such funding, but the Senate failed to pass the bill, while Trump urged Senate Republican leaders to invoke the so-called nuclear option and reduce the number of necessary votes for the bill to pass from 60 votes to a mere 51, stifling the ability of Democrats in opposition to block the bill. That wasn't an option Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell chose to invoke Friday. And that's the update from the government shutdown that's about to happen in about an hour.
How long are we till? Here's coming out of CNN right now.
Go ahead.
I know y'all can't hear this, but it's on the. Let's listen to this real quick.
Well, we can't really hear it, so you'll have to like summarize it. I assume it's the same thing that I already was reading. So, are you gonna say something? We can't hear anything.
We're listening to what's coming out of CNN right now.
I'm not
We
hearing
can't
nothing. You're only you're listening, buddy. We can't hear it.
because you have headphones plugged in, I think.
Right.
No, but the viewers at home can hear it. We're sorry, they're not. The viewers at home can hear it.
I can't hear it.
No, I know you can't. I know you can't. I know you can't hear it. This is a first time era, people. We're trying to work this together, but I know y'all can hear it, but they can't hear it because they're in the studios. We'll call them the kayfabe studios. He said that a shutdown is definitely. Now we got a commercial playing. I'm sorry about that, folks. Word from our sponsors.
It's only a partial shutdown, though, so it's not the entire government shutting down. It's just like certain parts of the government, which I already explained.
So what were you saying, Felix? Say that again.
I said not the entire government's shutting down. It's only a partial government shutdown. So I already
And why is
explained
that?
how it's going to work.
Why is it only a partial shutdown? How can the government shut down? Oh, yeah. I know. Okay, now I'm following what
There's
you're
still
saying.
going to be government employees that are getting paid, but there's going to be a bunch of them who are going to have to wait until Congress reauthorizes the spending bill. There's still going to be certain functions that still stay open, like NASA and things like that.
Okay, the bigger question is, how
post
long is the
office
shutdown going to last?
until they can make an agreement. I mean, the thing is, as long as there's a government shutdown, that's going to be expensive to
Yes.
the government because as long as it's shut down, that's money lost. And then there's also just shutting down the government, just the process of shutting it back down and opening it back up, that costs money as well. So are you guys going to talk and say something, or are we going to hear silence?
Oh, I was listening to you. I'm so sorry if it comes across bad, but I because we're just gonna have to watch it in post. We're gonna watch it in the post production, and hopefully it comes across good. But I was listening to you. Yeah, right. Good luck. This is really a lot to try to do because I'm hearing echoes. For those of you who do not know, I'm hearing echoes, so I have to wait to listen to the echo to come through so I can actually listen to Felix. It's just and let's talk about another conversation. Tell me what you think about the Impact Wrestling deal that got signed.
I have mixed feelings on it. It feels like it's a smaller network than Pop TV. So I assume it's going to be in less homes available. I have already checked
You know it's not an exclusive deal, right?
Well, hold on. I've already checked what channel, like who carries it, and it looks like Spectrum does not carry this channel. So if I have to get the channel, I'd have to switch to AT&T or DirecTV or Dish Network, something like that. So it's possibly, if I switch it, I'm probably going to switch to AT&T. So the downside, it's probably in less homes available because Spectrum doesn't even carry it. The reason I think that they chose to go with Pursuit, the TV network, is because from what I have seen, it's one of the sister networks to the Fight network. So that's all under Anthem Sports. So they also have like a fantasy sports channel. So all these networks are owned by Anthem. So I guess they figured, hey, if we, own the broadcasting rights, we don't have to worry about whatever channel, screws Impact over, putting them at 10 o'clock, until
Yeah, that's
midnight,
good. That's
whatever
good.
Pop TV did. The thing is that from what
It
I
also
saw on the
it
Pursuit
also
channel,
gives
that's not even going to be on prime time. And I guess they're going to be going on Friday nights. January 11th is the first premiere.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is not an exclusive deal, so they can they can they can broadcast the show on Twitch, and they can also broadcast the show on Facebook. They can use their platforms. They couldn't do that with any other TV deal they've ever had before.
But then who's going to order the channel? What's the point of getting people to order the channel if you can just put it on social media?
Well, the difference is you legally can do that. You can make money in different ways, and also this show can. There's no reason why this show can't air on different.
Right, but what's the
They,
reason of
they can air
purchasing
on
the
different
network?
networks.
What's the reason of purchasing that network, switching to
They
different
can have
cable companies
they
if
can
you can
have
just watch it through social
multiple
media?
shows. They can have multiple shows.
I mean, it's not in prime time though. That's another issue.
Yeah,
What time did they say?
I heard 10 o'clock is what I'm hearing.
So they're keeping to the 10 o'clock thing. It looks like, and it's a channel that's owned by Anthem Sports. So I don't know. And then they're moving to Friday nights. It looks like, right? It's not going to be Thursdays anymore. So that's going to be, getting the fans used to a different time slot on a completely different day. I mean, you can see the ratings tanking even more than they have on Pop TV.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, they don't really include social media ratings in the numbers. So that's like, needs evolution for how they check ratings. That needs to be changed. But we've been saying that for years and nothing's really happened.
I
don't know.
personally think that it's an
It's hit or
opportunity
miss. I mean,
for an explosion on this channel in the future, an impact on a bigger channel, hopefully WGN.
yeah, I mean, I just wonder why they wouldn't have announced the WGN thing, sooner.
For content.
Why are they going to?
Maybe WGN's not available right now. And
I
they
would assume
know.
that they are available. I just don't get why they haven't announced it with WGN yet. Because the whole discussion, the whole rumors was
Well,
that they were talking to
you never understand how contracts
WGN,
are
True
working.
TV, and Sci-Fi, I think. But Sci-Fi, I didn't expect anything to happen with that. Because that's like NBC Universal or something, which WWE
So
is.
So I see our viewership is jumping through the roof. I'm guessing that's because we advertised at 11 o'clock and we just hit the 11 o'clock hour.
So we were talking earlier about the government shutdown and what's basically going to happen going forward. The government's still going to stay open partially, and it's partially going to be shut down. So some people will be getting paid if they're federal workers, and some people will have to just wait until Congress approves the spending bill, reauthorizes it. So, it's about Trump getting them funding for the border wall, or if he doesn't, then he calls the government shutdown, and that's how this came to
Hold on a
be.
second. We got a word from CNN. We got a word from CNN. Hold on.
You want to repeat what you're saying?
Saying 7 minutes until the shutdown. Am I seeing? No. Am I seeing that right? I can't see the screen.
No, it's not 7 minutes. It's another whole hour left. It's not till midnight.
It's yeah. He's saying the fence does not solve the problem.
I mean, whether the fence thing was the issue or not, we'd still be in they would still be future government shutdowns. Like this happens over and over again every year, so it's nothing surprising.
He's talking about how they usually use green cards to come in the country and overstay their welcome.
Uh-huh.
So the wall wouldn't really make a purpose.
Plus, you can fly over it, you can dig under
Yes,
it.
exactly. That's what he's.
I mean, it would at best it would take some time up, so they'd have to find another route, basically. I mean,
Yeah, I'm following you. Yeah. Let's talk about something else. What about what's your opinion on pulling our troops out of Syria and Afghanistan?
I've been for it for a long time because I didn't know
Yeah, me too.
why we're even there in the first place. We shouldn't have been, and it was a waste of money, and it costs a lot of people their lives that didn't really need to happen either. So on that front, I think Trump's doing a good job on that position. I know a lot of Democrats who claim to be liberal. They hate the idea of leaving war, which surprises me because they're supposed to be anti-war. Going back to even the George W. Bush years, there was a lot of hecklers back then when he was going to war, and now they don't seem to care as much. So it just kind of seems weird that they they're cheering for keeping the war going on when Trump is calling to end it. So they're saying it's a win for Russia. They're saying it's a win for Iran. Um, I mean, Russia has been fighting that radical group for a long time, and I feel like they've been fighting it more than we have. So, I mean, if Russia got the job done, good for them. But if Trump pulls the troops out of Syria and Afghanistan, which has also been a failure, then good for us because we don't really need to be there in the first place, and it's been a waste of time. Let's be honest.
No, of course it's
Now,
the
weapons,
longest war in American
weapons
the
defense
longest war in American
contractors.
history. And what do we have to show for it?
Well, it's a lot of money being spent towards weapons and defense contractors, and I mean, you can imagine people like those people are going to be disappointed by pulling out of war because they work to sell weapons, and if there's no war, then there's no money coming in. So, and then we also had the Pentagon. They recently failed their audit and can't account for tons of dollars that they misspent or lost or don't want to tell us how they used it. So, I mean, more.
The Dow the Dow has just died 400 points. This is the worst in 10 years. The Dow Jones just plunged.
The stock market has been really weak lately as well. I mean, you can say a lot of things about why it's going on. You can say it's the government shutdown. There's a lot of different reasons why you
Well,
can
this is
say.
clearly a reaction to the government shutdown.
Yeah, yeah. But
This is late night trading, and it's the sell off is happening.
then at the same time, I mean, we've had a lot of people say our economy is doing so well. It might even be further from the truth. I mean, that might just be like a short-term kind of thing, and then we find out the real numbers. And
criminal justice reform. Okay, definitely something else. Okay, keep going.
no, talk about that a little. Can you mention that?
It says bipartisan victory as Trump signs criminal justice reform bill.
So that's basically just going to let judges have more say on the kind of sentencing, and it's also going to be more about giving treatment as well. So I think it's also going to let families see the people as well, so they won't just have to be in jail or whatever. So that's pretty much to sum it up.
All right, coming out of Fox News, it says government headed for a partial shutdown at midnight as lawmakers leave Capitol Hill without a deal. I think that's kind of some of the same stuff you were saying.
Right. I mean, this shutdown stuff isn't a surprise. We've had plenty of government shutdowns before. This isn't the first one. This isn't the last one. So,
but there's no sign that this one's going to end. There's usually some sign that one's going to end. There's really no sign that.
Well, it's technically just starting. So we don't as far as talking about when it's going to end. That's irrelevant because it's literally just starting. I think Obama's lasted for how many days? Do you remember?
Say that again. I'm sorry, Felix.
Do you remember how many days the government shutdown lasted under Obama?
I think one time it was only like 12 hours. I think one time it was 12 hours, yeah.
I'm not sure about those numbers for sure, but yeah, I mean, the point is that it's just
Supreme Court upholds block of Trump's asylum ban.
You can talk more about that.
I'm just reading the headlines. That's kind of surprising, though, that the Supreme Court would uphold that.
Do you want to explain a little more in detail?
It's just the Supreme. All right, we can listen to some audio, and I'll try.
Just summarize it a little bit.
I'm trying to see if I can get any more information on the shutdown. Government shutdown. What did I just see? It's only.
So tell me this. We were talking about Syria and Afghanistan earlier. Why do you think that Democrats are upset that the U.S. is pulling out of these wars?
It's asinine, if you ask me. I mean, it's the liberal agenda to want to to want to end wars. That's a liberal as it gets, right? I don't understand what their problem with it is.
I remember George McGovern in the 1970s. I think he was a candidate for president, and he wanted to pull out of Vietnam, I believe. And I mean, that's the kind of attitudes
It's
back
party line
then.
politics. It's party line politics. That's the only way you can think of it.
But here's a Republican, or at least he's in that party, and he's calling to end those wars. Why do you
Yeah.
think he's calling to end those wars? Do you think
I
there's
think
something?
he's trying to appeal to the liberals and trying to get votes and trying to seal his reelection.
Do you think it's going to work, or do you think it's not going to work? And why do you feel that way?
It makes me wonder about revoting for him, and I wouldn't even considered it until this decision. So, I mean, it's a smart political decision for him to do it. It definitely makes it hard for somebody like me to be opposed. So
What are you more concerned about? Are you more concerned about pulling out of these wars, or are you concerned about other things that Democrats are really vocal about against Trump?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Trump is a social nightmare. I think our image of around the world has been ruined by Trump. I'm going to contribute the good economy to Obama and give Obama the credit for the economy, but the fact is there is no wall. There's no point in no wall. But it's not really the worst case scenario if there is a wall or there isn't a wall. I've been saying earlier today in some of my video releases that it would be almost worth striking a deal for the wall in exchange for ending more wars. He wants to end wars, so why not let him end wars and exchange that he'll continue doing it? I'm for bringing all the troops home out of all the different. I mean, what we're talking about here, man, is Ron Paul political platform. End the wars, end our troops being abroad, and protect our borders. That's Ron Paul's philosophy.
What do you think caused the response to build the wall in the first place? Like, why do you think he wants to build the wall?
Stupidity. He knew that resonated with the white collar, uneducated voter, and he knew that it was important to get that. I think it's lack of education.
Do you think it's a response to the sanctuary cities that they call them? Like where a minority of like that area, they might do something, and then some city passes some kind of legislation where they won't go after them for this act. And do you think maybe that's why he's trying to
again? I think it's just lack of education. I think he's appealing to people who are stupid. I mean, but at the same time, I would be for ending wars, and I don't see any way this government shutdown is going to come together. I don't see how we're going to open the government again. I mean, I know it's got to happen.
You're not like on the border. You don't live on the border, so you might not know like what it's like in some of those cities. But like imagine like somebody just coming into the country and you don't know what they're doing here, and then they go and do something.
We're all
like
immigrants, though. That's the whole fucking thing. It's it's unconstitutional to even have a border, but that's a whole nother conversation. It's the fucking United States of America.
I mean, there's other countries that have walls too.
Yes, there is other countries, but they're not called the United States. United States.
Right, but it's not a wall between all the states. It's a wall between the U.S. and another country. So
yes, but when this country was founded, it didn't have borders. We prided ourselves on being united. My ancestors came from England. Shay, it is what that is. And your ancestors came from Russia, of all places, in this hot button topic of Russia.
Right, but there was a process either way. They still followed a process. They didn't just come and, put on floaties and swim over here. There's like a there's a different, there's a whole step-by-step process even back then.
That process is far less
Many immigrants
developed
went
than
to
the process today. The
New York.
process-
There's like this island, I forgot what it's called, but there was a whole process of how you become, immigrated to the U.S. You didn't just swim
There's-
over.
Yeah, I know, but I mean the process is far more complicated. The illegals in this country have the illegals in this have more recognition of like who they are as far as they are using some form of social, even if it's not their social security, they're using some socials. That's something that immigrants a couple hundred years ago, 1,000, I misspoke. Um, they didn't have any kind of recognition. So they're still, as I think it's a silly argument.
Ray, do you have anything to add?
Mm-mm.
She said, no, I ain't got none. Government shut down. What time is it?
It's 11:17 Eastern Time.
I'm trying to see if I can see anything, but tell me, as scandal mounts, as it begins to question Facebook's value, one ad agenda chief has said enough is enough, while others are questioning how much consumers trust the social media network. Do you think Facebook could actually fall?
Apparently, Facebook had been giving out people's private message information to Netflix, Microsoft.
You'd have to be stupid not to already know that, though.
Huh?
I know people are stupid, but you'd have to be stupid not to know that. Yeah, that's how they're making.
They officially, openly, and came out and released that information. So,
I mean, how did people think Facebook was making money?
Right. They were selling your information, but people didn't know what kind of information. They thought, oh, it's just my photos. Well, it's also your posts. It's also
it's
it's not even
intel,
just
really.
your posts.
It's a database.
It's not just your posts. It's your messages that you're sending that you think are private, but they're actually pretty open to the companies that Facebook's selling that information to.
If you put something online and you think it's private,
Spotify.
That's the same as it's as private as this broadcast right now.
Right.
Yeah. So we're 19 minutes past the 11 o'clock. So the government there's no way the government's not going to shut down, is there?
I mean, it's just a partial shutdown. That's what it is. I mean, there's still going to be people who are getting paid, but there's going to be a lot of people who are not getting paid, and they're going to be waiting until Congress reauthorizes their spending so they can get paid.
My car?
Cranked it up. Yes.
No, it's Shay. It's Shay. It's Shay. Shay's in the car, so she thinks that somebody's stealing my car right now. That's hilarious.
That's racist.
I didn't know. I got cold.
Hey, dude, where's your car?
Go ahead, Shay. Talk to us.
I didn't know she was in the living room.
Talk to us, Shay.
I got cold, that's all. Your mom was legitimately concerned.
She was concerned.
No, it's just me.
So for those of you wondering why Shay's in the car, we're not trying to hear the audio background noise, and so the only way we could pull this off was to put her in the car, because if she's anywhere in my house, you're going to hear the feedback bouncing back and forth.
Yep. So I'm out here freezing my ass off. Thanks.
Donald Trump tweets, "Our great country must have border security." You're welcome. You're welcome. Is it? Do you think that you're going to see Impact Wrestling on WGN? Do you think that could
I was
happen?
hoping for it, but at this point, it looks like they're going to the Pursuit channel. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I mean, I understand why they did it, because they want to own their broadcast. You know, control
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff, have the say and
I
all
think
that.
it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal. I really do.
It's up and down. I mean, it's a mixed bag. There's good things about it, and there's bad things about it.
Well, the best thing is that they can talk to multiple networks. They could actually have two networks in America at the same time.
If there's a network that's interested in granting them those rights, then
I've
great.
always
But I know that there's a lot of
I've
networks
always
that want
said,
exclusive only
I've
kind of
always
stuff.
said being on 5 little networks would be better than being on one big one.
Right. Well, we'll see
For
how it
one,
plays out.
for one, you
I've
can
never
reach
heard of the
more
Pursuit
audience.
channel. I understand it's a kind of
I
an
actually,
outdoorsy channel,
it's
like a
funny
hunting
because
and
when I
fishing kind
found
of
out that
channel.
they were on that channel, I was actually watching that channel when I found out that they were on that channel.
Uh-huh.
It's like a hunting channel. It's an outdoor channel.
Yeah, it's outdoors, fishing, hunting, that kind of
The
stuff.
the one thing that's interesting is for like bows and guns, the ad revenue for those shows is extremely good payout. Now those shows, those I keep on saying that people are talking about the reach of this network, and I think this network has pretty good reach. It's on Dish Network, it's on DirecTV, it's on the major ones. It might not be on
But
all of them.
Spectrum's a
The
major
bigger,
one too, and they bought out,
I
a lot
have
of players
Spectrum.
too, and
I
they're
have
not on
Spectrum, and
there,
it's on
so
Spectrum.
no, it's not.
It's on. It is on Spectrum.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on Spectrum across the board,
I checked
but
Wikipedia and they didn't list Spectrum, so I didn't see
it's on.
Time Warner either.
Yeah, it's on Spectrum.
I'll have to look into that then,
I don't
because
know
I
if it's a
didn't see.
local area or if it's not in your local area, but it's on. Well, Wikipedia is not always the most accurate news source.
Or it's just not always updated, so maybe that's why. I'll maybe have to just call Spectrum and see what's up, and maybe they'll tell me if they carry it or not. But if I have to switch from that away from pop, that's still going to be a change. So
Yeah.
I
All right.
just want to be
Do
able
you?
to carry Access TV, because I know WoW Women of Wrestling is coming on there in January in 2019. It's owned by
What are you eating,
like,
Shay?
Many.
have you heard of Women of Wrestling?
Trump
Hello?
lashes out at Riker after explosive revelations. I have.
Okay. You what?
I've heard of all wrestling. Of course, I've heard of it.
So you heard how the Lakers are kind of going to be involved in that, right?
I have not. I have not.
Uh, Forgot her name, something Bus. She's like involved with the LA Lakers, and she's part of the Women of Wrestling organization now. She's like an investor. I think it's like Jenny Bus or something like that.
So her attachment is that it's her money, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, she's, going to be propping up the Women of Wrestling organization. And David McLean, who started Glow, he also started up Women of Wrestling, and he's going to be involved in this project too. So you got the same guy who started up Glow, and you got the same guy who started up Women of Wrestling, and he's still on it. He's still on this project. So it's a big deal. And that's coming to Access TV
Do you think we're actually
January
gonna, I know we're
18th.
jumping all around, but do you actually think we're going to see a wall happen?
It's possible. It could be short term. We mentioned off the air
Like a
before
piece of
where,
wall?
if Trump gets it passed, and then, some president years later decides not to support it, and if he can get everything, to derail, then we might just have like one piece of a wall built, and then, there's,
There's
the
also that
bridge to nowhere. It's
if
going to be
one
kind of like
president
that, the fence
actually
to
does
nowhere.
it,
So the wall
one
to nowhere.
president will take credit for starting it, another president will take credit for finishing it. So there's a
Or
chance that
stopping
another
it.
president might there might be some political motivation to want to continue it if it gets far enough along.
Yeah, it's going to depend on like the attitudes going further in the coming years.
But it definitely is something that would take multiple presidents.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be a big construction
I mean,
project.
did you know Mount Rushmore was actually supposed to be their whole bodies, but the next president really basically didn't want to. At the time, Mount Rushmore was hated because it was seen as wasteful spending.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Thomas Jefferson, when he got the Louisiana Purchase, that was considered wasteful spending, even though it was like,
Yeah, everything's wasteful
pennies on
spending
the
in its
dollar
time.
today.
Hindsight's 2020.
Huh? Huh?
I mean, they were built. Did you know that about Mount Rushmore that they were actually supposed to be their whole bodies, but
I think I heard something about that, but I don't think I like memorized that, so that's interesting.
I got you.
What do you think about Aero Lucha? Because that's going to be, I mean, I
That's
don't think I heard an official announcement, but
that's supposed to be
rumor
going to
is they're
Pop,
going to
aren't
Pop in prime time,
they? Yeah, I
what
mean,
Impact used to have.
wrestling's hotter than ever, and then you know that wherever All In, I mean,
Yeah, that Cody promotion, Cody
All
Rhodes
Elite,
and the Young Bucks.
Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, you know their promotion's obviously probably going to get some kind of TV deal.
Yeah,
I'm actually suspecting to see Wrestling All Elite. I'm expecting to actually see that on Netflix. I'm just gonna say that it makes sense for that to be on Netflix because these are net people.
what about the NWA? What do you think Billy Corgan's going to do as far as a TV deal goes? Is he just going to rely on social media, or is he gonna
I
actually?
think he's, I think he could score a major deal with the with YouTube, a licensing deal with YouTube. I think Billy Corgan wants a licensing deal with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The point is WWE has lost their throne as the number one wrestling company.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got the Elite Group. They're going to have another promotion on some massive platform. Maybe not even television, but it's going to be an important place like Netflix or. And then you got this new promotion coming to Pop. Then you have Impact on another channel, and then you got Ring of Honor. They certainly have a major place. They're giving out $1 million contracts.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they
Ring of
still
Honor,
don't have a 2 hour show. They still don't have like a concrete network. I
they're
mean,
giving out
you
better
said it's
deals
like
than
you
Impact
said it's a
Wrestling,
different
though.
channel in your area than it is in
They're giving
mine.
out more money than Impact Wrestling. I mean,
Yeah,
they
but they don't
offer.
have 2 hours. They don't have like,
That's by choice, though. They're owned by Sinclair Broadcasting Group.
right. and Sinclair Broadcasting chose not to give them 2 hours. It seems like.
I just personally think that there's a lot of evidence that says that television is dead, as far as wrestling numbers.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. If you have a live show that's airing in the prime
Well,
time,
What
it's
about
probably better
the
than.
XFL? What about the American Football League that starts the day after the Super Bowl? I mean, how are they going to be able to compete with rating numbers?
That's going to be an interesting question too. But I mean, the thing with Impact on Pop at 10 o'clock, that
And
like
that'll
when
make
you
it
look at the
harder for
ratings for
wrestling
that, it doesn't really
because
matter as
they're going to
much.
be trying to compete with these football leagues. Epic, chill out. My dog is named after TNA Epic. But yeah, I don't think these football shows can compete. I mean, I don't think. How's all this wrestling? How's it going to be? How's it going to be affected by trying to compete with the American Football League? How's it going to? These are times when wrestling usually thrives in the off season of the NFL. I'm personally going to be trying to figure out which one I want to watch.
I think they're going to tune in for the beginning, for the first games, just like the last XFL, and then depending
Yeah,
on how the
I
quality
I
of the game
personally think
is.
the American football. I think the one that's going to start, they got a better shot than the XFL. I think the XFL is going to flop just like the last one.
Well, I mean, who knows if the NFL is going to be able to regain everything also. I mean, they're really going to have to stand out. They're really going to have to be
I mean, they're
different if they're going
drafting
to
better
compete
refs.
with the
I mean,
NFL.
my bad. They're drafting better football players. They're pulling guys out of college with very good stats. So
Mm-hmm.
they're pulling better players. I still think Vince McMahon's going to treat the XFL like a sports entertainment, where the other football league's still going to be treated more like a actual sport.
I think
You know
he's
what I'm
going to
saying?
treat it as a real sport. I mean, it's not just his
He
money.
Well, he didn't treat the last. He treated the last XFL like it was an entertainment. That's why
Yeah,
he
but that
didn't.
was a test run, and certain things worked, certain things didn't. At the end of the day, I think they got like
The things that
one or two
work with
guys in the
sports
NFL.
entertainment, though, he knows how to use cameras because he has a lot of experience in live television.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't know how to run plays. He doesn't know how to hire coaches. He doesn't know how to hire football players. You're seeing all that with the other league. They know how to hire their good coaches. These are college coaches. The Green Bay Packers just fired their coach. I would fully expect that he's going to end up in one of these leagues. It would be crazy not to put him there.
Right. And then they also can, shop the Canadian football leagues as well.
Well, the
Of course,
best football player.
there's different rules
No,
involved in that, but
Well, the thing is that what they're going to do is be able to pick off the best football players from college. They really have a chance to compete with the NFL if they pick off these guys, because they can tell them, we don't care what your grades are, and we'll give you money before you can make it in college, because you can't make money in college, but you can make money. You can make money playing for these leagues. You can't make that money in college.
and maybe they can get some veteran players too. Like if there's some player that pisses off the NFL or is pissed at the NFL,
Well, how about the
and he
guy?
leaves.
What about Mr. National Anthem? You know, he's obviously going to get a quarterback spot. Kopernick, whatever the fuck his name is.
Kaepernick, Colin.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I butchered the fuck out of his name every time I try to say it.
Mhm.
Is there anything you want to say? Because I'm not seeing any reason to continue staying live.
Not really. I mean, what's been said has already been said.
And the
The
government's going to
shutdown
shut
isn't
down at
until
midnight.
midnight,
The
and
government's definitely going to
I
shut
mean,
down at
it's
midnight.
guaranteed to happen. People are still going to be getting paid. It's only a partial shutdown. There's going to be people who are waiting to get paid, and that's not
Yeah,
going to be
exactly.
until Congress, agrees on a new spending deal. That's really all there is to say with that. Big question is if we're going to really have the wall.
My question is, how long can this? I think this will easily be the longest shutdown. I fully expect this to be the
If
longest
they have a
shutdown.
wall, they can have like the government subsidize the building of the construction. So they create a bunch of jobs, and
I
this would
think
be
this
like
is
a
going to
short term
easily be.
thing.
This got to be the longest shutdown.
I mean, it would be a long term thing, like the construction of it. But as far as like they'd be able to get a bunch of different construction companies to be a part of it, you
No,
know.
I mean, but I don't see any way this is not going to be the longest shutdown ever.
I mean, it seems like it could be if neither side is happy. So yeah.
All right. So if something erratic happens, we're gonna I'll put up some videos. So,
Right.
but otherwise, thank you for watching this train wreck, this organized chaos. Thank you for watching because this has truly been organized chaos.
Yep.
Um, thank you, Shay, for taking part in this, and Felix, thank you for being a part of this. Felix, thank you, man.
No problem.
And everybody, head on over and like, subscribe. Please subscribe to the fucking channel. We promise we'll do better. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
And click that bell so you can follow the show and get
Click the
notifications.
fucking bell. Click the bell. Click the bell. Click the bell. Click the bell.
I think you have to click it
Shay,
twice just to be sure.
Shay, I love you, Shay. I love you very much. Thank you for sitting in the car and doing nothing. And thank you for watching this train wreck that is organized chaos. God bless each and every one of you. This has been crazy.
This is the Felix the Cat from Full Entertainment Media or Full Entertainment Production. Signing off.
We're off the air. I'm just seeing how this is going to turn off on the.
It's going to turn out really bad because there's going to be a lot of silence, and
Yeah, I know.
they probably didn't hear any of the CNN stuff that you said that they did.
No, they heard that.
Was anybody in the chat room or what?
I don't know. I wouldn't even begin to try to watch this.
Somebody should have been monitoring
I'm
that
gonna
shit.
call you, Felix. I'm about to call you on the real phone.
Mm-hmm. Not the fake phone.